Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So as promised yesterday, we're getting caught up with the rest of the Shonen Jump chapters this weekend. And then hopefully also get around to a Battle Angel Alita read-through today as well. So like I also said yesterday in yesterday's videos, I will be going on a little bit of a brief hiatus after this weekend. So read-throughs and Shonen Jump reaction stuff will be back sometime mid-November. In the meantime, still got a lot of good stuff coming your way this weekend. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hopefully my tablet charge will last until at least the end of this chapter. I should have charged it last night. But hopefully it'll last until the end of this chapter so I can kind of showcase any good panels and stuff. But without further ado, let's dive into it with Akane-Banashi, chapter 132, Thinking Back, with story by Yuki Tsunaga, art by Takamasa Moe, with Rakugo supervision by Keiki Hayashiya. So we pick up where we left off last time with Akane begging Urara to explain by going, "What did the previous Shiguma mean to them? Please tell me, please!" And as she turns away, she's like, "How admirable of you." And she just smiles and goes, "Get in." He's like, "You mean you'll..." And of course you have a translation by Stephen Paul, lettering by Sneeron. And she's like, "Or don't, I don't care." It's like, sorry, I'm getting in." And Zana is kind of gets and like buckles her seatbelt. Urara's kind of like lost in thought looking out the window. She goes, "How long has it been since I thought back..." Oh, thank God we're not skipping it. Since I thought back on those years. Since I thought about him. And you see a bunch of crows taking flight as you do a little flashback. Jeff, Aniki, times have changed. People like ramen more than soba now. Jeff, 1964. You have soba's better. It's like, well, Luku thinks he's a gourmet. It's like, it's gourmet, idiot. You have Shinjuku. He's like, oh, that ramen place. Let's eat there and maybe you'll change your tune. It's like, I don't trust your taste. He's like, what? Don't look down on me just because I'm from the streets. Jeva, hey, wait up. As you see you see this woman running out with like a bunch of guys chasing after her. Jeva, huh? It's like, don't just run away when I'm, ugh. And you see the guy just grabbing her arm, like smacking it back against this building. It's like, don't just run away when I'm hitting on you. You try to make me look bad in front of everyone? Oh, it's baby Urara. It's like, your face makes you look bad enough already. I see this scruffy looking guy in a suit. Hold on one second here. Sorry. Yeah, let's apologize for the glare, but hold on. Next page. There we go. You see this scruffy looking guy in a suit. Going, my pops is a Yakuza who runs this whole area. The Kumicho of the dreaded Shueikai. I'm Yakuza too, of course, so watch how you talk around me. And you hear, that's embarrassing. He's got to drop his dad's name to hit on a woman? Jeff, who the hell are you? It's like, who the hell are we? It's like, no one you'd ever heard of. Let me try to turn on the brightness. Maybe that'll help with the glare on this. It's like, who are we? No one you'd have heard of. Just a couple of... Okay, alright. At first when I saw like the first page, I'm like, this must be a reference to the Rakugo anime. What was it called? It was Descending Stories that Showa Genroku Rakugo, right? Because a bunch of my friends are big fans of the anime, and I've seen a couple of episodes of it, and I feel like a lot of this just like reminded me of scenes from that. And when you have the soba shop Kikuhiko like signs that they're both wearing with baby Isho and baby Shiguma wearing. Yeah, Kikuhiko. It is absolutely a reference. I knew it! But yeah, so that's just more incentive for me to actually finish watching the rest of the anime, because I heard very good things about it, but yeah. But you see Shiguma just kind of noticing little spark-like flowers popping up as he sees how beautiful Rara is. He's like, oh damn, that bird's a real looker! He's like, oh dang, my heart's racing. I could bury myself alive right now. And Isho's like, I wish you'd bury yourself dead. And the Yakuza guy is like, yeah, forget those guys, let's go. As he tries to like pull Rara towards him. And she's like, ouch! And you see Shiguma getting furious. He goes, hey Harry! And he just goes in for a punch like, who said you could manhandle her? Sorry, give me a second. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick. Nope, battery is basically running out. Apologies for that, but yeah. He just like punches him and lays him out with a young master! He's like, that idiot. He's like, you're in for it now, kid. He's like, I'm gonna kill him. You see your show with a gua! As he turns one of the guys around and punches him out. He's like, no, Toku! It's like, damn it, that kid can fight too. It's like, you want a piece of us? It's like, you're gonna know what hell is like. And you see after the scraps, like, for all their talk, those guys weren't much to speak of. It's like, shut up. It's like, it was fun though, right? It's like, you always snap at the first provocation. It's like, die! And Urara's like all impressed, like the two of them took out all those guys. And Shigemo's like, excuse me, miss, what's your sign? He's like, that's your first move? He's like, would you like to go out for me with tea? As he just like hands out his arm with a flap. He's like, tea with me, idiot. And Isho's just like, you can ignore him, he's just a fool. He's like, hey, stop trying to ruin my hustle, Aniki. And she's like, you're very kind. He's like, is this the book you're looking for? And you see he's reading a book called Existentialism. And Urara's just like, this is quite an advanced book for a showboat shop worker to be reading. And he just goes, huh, and he just grabs it out of her hand with, nothing wrong with educating yourself. And Shigemo's like, but Aniki's a terrible speaker, so none of that does him any good. He just thinks it makes him look cool. He's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. He just like kicks him. He's like, uh-oh. And you see how the sobo bowls they have are broken. He's like, why you? He's like, hey, no, that was your fault. It's like, you're going to pay for those. It's like, how could I do that? You know I don't have any money. And Urara's like, you brothers shouldn't be fighting. I can pay you for the bowls. It's the least I can do after you save me. He's like, we're not actual brothers. And you see as she's like rustling through the pockets of the Yakuza, she's like, there's plenty of money to go around. It's like, that's not your money. It's like, you shouldn't be robbing people. He's like, oh, but beating up Yakuza is fine? He's like, ugh. It's like, I'm just kidding. Here, that's my own money. And she just like puts a couple of bills towards him. He's like, so long, thanks for the help. He's like, oh, your name. She's like, I'm not giving out my name to a couple of ruffians. It's like, sheesh, talk about opportunistic. And he's like, but real pretty. And it shows like, can you blame her? No education, no money to replace a ceramic bowl. We've got nothing. And you see in the back in the present you want to know about the old Shigemo's children and what they meant by counterparts, right? I can tell you about that. It all goes back to when they had nothing. To the very first story of how they made their name in the arts. Right. Alright, so I guess quick thoughts on the chapter. Not much to say because a lot of it was just kind of focused on like the flashback, kind of establishing their characters. But I'm more and more curious now how much of an influence this is going to pull from the anime for Rakugo. Because there was a lot of like queer-coded stuff in that. So I'm wondering if they're doing that with Isho and Shigema in this flashback. Especially with like Urara now being the centerpiece. Like I'm very, very curious and excited to see what direction this is going. But yeah, I'm glad we did get into like an actual flashback tease, and it looks like we're actually going to get into their history proper. So very, very excited. I don't think I've been this excited for Akane in a while, so I'm really looking forward to it. So like I mentioned at the beginning, if you like these videos, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, the rest of the Shonen Jump stuff should be out today, along with a read-through video as well. Then after this, I'll be back sometime mid-November with more Shonen Jump stuff, and then back to the regular read-through rotation. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. Until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.